Welcome to today's tutorial on defining your unique selling proposition. This essential aspect of business strategy can help you stand out in a competitive market and drive customer loyalty. Over the next 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to explore what your unique selling position is, why it's important, and how you can develop your own. Throughout this session, it's important to engage and take notes. You need to make sure that you absorb the content we're about to teach you, because it's going to define the difference between a successful brand and a brand that trots along being average. Let's get straight into it. A unique selling proposition is a statement that consciously communicates the key benefits and distinct advantages to your products or your services that you offer in comparison to your competitors. It's important to understand without a strong USP, your business is never going to thrive ahead of your competition. In the words of marketing guru Ross Reeves, a USP is a unique promise of value that a product or service makes to a customer. In short terms, it's important for you to have that same promise to your customers that defines you for what you do and the way you help people. Why having a USP is essential. Creating a USP helps your business stand out in a crowded market, making it easier for potential customers to understand what sets you apart from the rest. As Philip Kotler, a renowned marketing author, explains, your USP will differentiate your product or service from competitors, giving your customers a reason to choose you over others. Now, it's important to understand what that means is it's taking price and external factors out of the decision-making that a customer chooses you. It's about trying to get something more emotional for them to buy into or attach to with their emotions as to the reason they choose you over your competitors. How to develop your USP. Identify your target audience before creating your USP. Understand who your target audience is and what their pain points are, their needs, and the desires that they have. This information will help you tailor your USP to resonate with them. Again, you want to make sure that the USP you have is the true reasons that someone chooses you over another. Not the reasons you think, but the reasons that they actually truly choose your brand. And it's important that you dive deep and take your time to find the real answers there. Analyze your competition. Now, it's important to remember not to copy your competition. You need to study your competitors to identify their strengths and weaknesses. This knowledge will enable you to highlight what sets your product or service apart from the rest. It's important in marketing that we don't just copy the competition. Sometimes it's called a game of the blind leading the blind. Sometimes your competition, their campaigns might not be working. Use what they do as inspiration to build your campaigns to perfection. Determine your product or service's key benefits. List your product or service's main advantages and choose the most compelling ones to include your USP. Be specific and clear about what makes your offer unique. Now, again, remember, sometimes the key benefits need to be deeper and more emotive than what might be at surface level. Remember, for some brands, just explaining the unique difference of their product can be a great option, but understanding the benefits that that unique thing has to the customer or the consumer is at the end of the day going to be the USP that sells that brand. You want to dive below the surface level at this stage of building a USP. Combine these elements into a concise statement. Craft a short, memorable sentence that clearly communicates your USP to your target audience. This statement should focus on the unique value your product or service provides and the problem that it solves for customers. Now, again, the importance of diving below surface level and truly understanding why your customer takes action on you versus your competitor. That's what you need to dive deep into. Examples of successful USPs. Now, this section here is extremely important to understand. Some of these brands may have no defining relation to what it is you do, but it's important to be able to understand the position they were in when they came up with these USPs and understand the next 12 to 24 months of how this USP has changed their brand. Once you can understand that, you'll have the skill set to look at any successful brand and understand the USP that gets their customers buying into what they do. Domino's Pizza is our first example. You get it fresh, hot pizza delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. This USP highlights speed, convenience, and a guarantee that resonates with busy customers. FedEx is our next example, and their USP is when it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight. Now, this USP is a little bit of a different one, but it emphasizes the reliability and urgency, appealing to customers who need things fast and secure delivery. Now, it's important to remember to continuously refine your USP. As your business grows and evolves, so should your USP. Continuously review and refine it to ensure that it remains relevant and compelling to your target audience. Remember that our business changes on a yearly, monthly, and sometimes even weekly basis in the headspace and the mindset that we're going. It's important to know and work with your team on a long-term vision that you have and the type of clientele that you're moving towards so that your USP can always be relevant. But don't be afraid to make a change. Some of the best brands in the world have later come out and said they made a mistake with their last mission and they do a revised version. And sometimes this uncovering truth or honesty makes more people buy into the updated mission or USP that the company offers out. Just something to think about. Developing a strong, unique selling proposition, as you can see here, is a critical part for any business, as it defines your differentiation of your product or service and gives your customers a clear reason to choose you over the competitors. Remember to identify your target audience first, analyze your competition, and determine your product's key benefits before crafting your USP. And don't forget, keep refining as your business evolves. By doing so, you'll unlock the full potential that defining your unique selling point has to offer. Now, we've touched on it slightly, but it's important to learn the skill set around analyzing businesses that have good and great USPs. The last thing I will leave you on before you go ahead and start thinking about your USP is that it's important to remember that the best brands in the world think bigger than their product and service. They truly, truly understand the reason that people need what they have to offer. And it's about understanding that, of finding out what people truly need, that makes a company's USP stand above and beyond. Remember, it shouldn't just be about the product or service you offer, but why people need the product that you offer emotionally. And sometimes they are the best USPs on the market. I will leave you with that, and I hope it was helpful. I'll see you in the next video.